Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And hello if you're new. For anybody that's new, make sure that you subscribe. That way you'll never miss out on another pick a card reading. I do one on my channel every single Friday. And today we're going to get into mid-September. Mid-September check-in. Just checking in with ourselves, checking in with the spirits and the energies. So we're going to get into that reading for you guys. So what I'm going to have you do is pick a pile number or a leaf. So these are leaves from my garden. And if you guys want, you can have more garden videos on my Patreon. I have over 200 videos on my Patreon. And a lot of you guys have joined and we're just having a lot of fun over there. But with that being said, pile number 1. The hibiscus leaf. Pile number 2. This is, I think it's called a cyclone. And we'll get into that. If you do pick this, then there's a reason that you picked this leaf. There's a huge symbolism of this leaf. But I think it's called a cyclone. And this is a sage leaf. So whichever one draws you in, whichever one you are makes your heart beat a little bit faster. Let's get into that and see what is mid-September looking like for you. What is it bringing? All of that stuff. All right, let's get into it, you guys. Pile number 1. So I have not seen the cards yet, but let's start to put them out. So we have here 3 of Cups. What is something that you've been trying to celebrate, but you have not been able to allow yourself to celebrate this? Or there might be an accomplishment in your life that you are not allowing yourself to celebrate it. What is that? This is a check-in for mid-September, so it's asking you, what are those things that you should be celebrating, but you're not allowing yourself to celebrate? Okay. Another thing it says, for today I smile. What is it? What is that? I can sense that something around your life, something in your energy won't allow you to just celebrate something, and you've accomplished something. You have what accomplishments are different for every single person. Any tiny little accomplishment to the biggest accomplishment cannot compare to someone else's tiny accomplishment or biggest accomplishment. For us, every tiny little step, every tiny little accomplishment means something. And I feel like you're just not letting yourself feel your accomplishments. We also have here the King of Swords. Somebody who is so bold that, takes their leadership qualities so seriously. But in your qualities of taking care and providing and protecting, you have lost your ability to be nurturing. Now, the King of Swords also is, again, you guys are leaders. But what is it that's coming in the way of you being a leader? Are you giving in to negative energies? In this case, mid-September check-in is asking you and requiring you to be a little bit more strategic. Think your next moves through very carefully and put a lot of thought into what you're going to do next. All right. And also, instead of the energy here is, instead of being isolated and cold and protective and defensive, You're being asked for the rest of September to celebrate your accomplishments, your achievements, and also celebrate with the people that you love and the people that are genuine to you and with you. And also smile a little bit more. You have become so isolated and so cold. And that's not fair to you. There's a new vision that a lot of you have in this mid-September. And this new vision is kind of telling you where to go, pushing you to go towards a specific pathway. And for a lot of you, I feel like instead of celebrating that, you feel like you want to isolate yourself more. And that's not the case. I don't want you guys to isolate yourself more, because there's a reason that dreams and desires and wishes are put into our minds. And every single person is different, and so are you. So you have this new vision, a new life you want, a new career you want, new house, new car, new whatever it is, new something that you want. And in the pursuit of this, I feel like a lot of you have become a little bit cold. And instead of celebrating your accomplishments, you have just kind of went into work mode. And you forgot how to smile. Hibiscus flower, you chose the hibiscus leaf. Hibiscus flower is something that we offer to Kali. And Kali is the goddess of time, the goddess who gets rid of false illusion. And she's a goddess that is very loving but also very fierce. So she's not afraid to smack her children back into place. So that's another message that I wanted to throw out there. Thunderbolt. Now this card right here is something, there's a story that I tell in majority of my readings. It's like when a little kid is about to touch a hot stove, right? Little tiny kid, and you're the parents, and you told them, don't touch the stove, it's hot. And then they go and they touch the stove because they're curious. They don't know what heat feel like, what burn feels like, right? So they're gonna go try to touch the stove. And as soon as the mom or the dad sees, or the caretaker, whoever, they're going to come running down, smack the hand off the stove. And this is kind of what's happening. I feel like for a lot of you in your life, this is what's happening. Is your spirits, your ancestors, your deities came to smack your hand off the stove. And sometimes a smack hurts. But it prevented you from a lot more hurt. And that's why we have ancestors. That's why we have spirit guides. What they're trying to tell you is, hey, we just smacked your hand off of a really nasty burn, and we want you to celebrate. Okay? A lot of them are saying, stop being lazy, stop procrastinating. There's lots of things you need to get done before the end of September. Make sure you get those things done, because otherwise we're going to smack you again. This is something that I've truly learned from my spirits. Sometimes they will come and smack you just to keep you back in line, or bring you back to where you can be the most of yourself and the most successful. And sometimes it's uncomfortable, but they're taking you somewhere that you need to be going and where you want to go. But sometimes they got to smack you back in line so that you can follow that path and go to where you need to be. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. There's a lot of money here for you to be made, okay? You are very resourceful. And another thing is, a lot of you guys might be getting pregnant, so be careful when it comes to sex and sexual activities. You're very fertile, okay? And domestic life is going to be something very important to you. Okay, I just burped. Hold on. 1 second. Okay. Nothing in my readings is a coincidence. Everything is synchronicity. So, I just burped again. I'm so sorry. That's disgusting. But I feel like I'm picking up on a lot of you guys' energy and what is being said here with the Queen of Pentacles and me burping is there's something that you need to speak out loud about how you want to have a baby. Something that you need to speak and express about how you are resourceful versus other people. And another thing is your way of living in your house, in your home, is very different than other people. And that's okay, but sometimes I feel like you have a hard time expressing it, or you have a hard time inviting people into your home because it is different. Okay? Judgment. This is a very, very beautiful card because the Judgment card talks about you getting mental clarity. The rest of September, lots of clarity coming in. Your thoughts are becoming clear, and you're not going to be able to run away from your thoughts. There's a final decision coming the next few days of September. Okay, a final decision that you're going to be making or somebody's going to be making. It's a wake-up call, and this wake-up call is driving you towards your life's purpose so that you can smile and celebrate and bloom. The last card that comes up for you is facing your fears. Look for ways to strengthen your connection to the universe and others. Stay peaceful and calm in the knowing of who you are. And I feel like a lot of you are just coming into understanding and knowing and accepting who you are, not being afraid of it, and just accepting it and embracing it and just learning how to be with it. Okay, this is a general reading, so if you guys want to tap in more to your energy, go ahead, and I have some readings up available on my Etsy shop, or you can email me. My only email is the one that I have linked down below. You can email me there for a deeper reading, but I do feel like the rest of September is going to be just you coming out of a rut, really. Like a rut that was something that was all up in your mind. You know, from your past trials and tribulations, we become accustomed to becoming a certain type of a way. And so sometimes our gods and goddesses, deities, our life even has presented us with situations where we have to come out of that. Come out of the comfort zone. Come out of laziness, procrastinating, pushing things to the last minute. We have also the Eight of Pentacles here. And this card right here talks about mastering your craft, your hobby, your talent, the skills that you were born with. And I want you guys to leave a comment down below because I want to know, each one of us is born with something. And when you find out what that is, it's very powerful. So I want to know, what is it? Do you guys think, I know you feel, and I trust you, what is it that you feel like you were born with? And that it's one of your powers. Because look at this cat right here. It's holding that power in its paws. And I feel like a lot of you guys are very reliable people. You have a lot of patience and you're willing to put in the hard work. And the rest of September, I feel like, is going to be very, very lucky in your employment, your finances, your career, your money, your wealth, and your abundance. All right, so keep that in mind. And I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Pile number 2, everybody that picked the cyclone. I think that's what you call it. It's a flower that we've been growing, and it has a lot to do with like the moon, the full moon, and fertility. So let's get into what's going on with you regarding that message. So we have here the 2 of Swords, the 5 of Wands. Okay. For today, I honor my feelings. Okay, so when it comes to your emotions, mid-September check-in, you guys are walking around with a blindfold on your eyes. Like, okay, people are trying to compete with you. People are trying to, it's competition or like gossip or something where people are just trying to bring you down or steer you off of your path. But another thing is I can feel it. I can feel your sense of, I don't give a shit. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say. I don't care what your opinion is. I don't care what your beliefs is. I'm going to do this. You're going to put your I've never gotten this kind of message from this card. Every single time a tarot card comes out, there's different messages. And it's so insane. You can get hundreds of messages and stories off of one tarot card. And in this case, I feel like a lot of you guys you're just like, you know what? I'm just going to keep going. And what it really reminds me of is like a pregnant woman. When you feel the baby inside of you, you're not going to let nothing or nobody come in between that. You become a mother, like a mama that protects her cubs. And whatever your cub is, could be a business or your house or an actual baby or your kids, you are walking around like nobody's gonna touch my little cubs, whatever your cubs are. And the 3 of Wands is telling me that a lot of you, there's a message of like, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? You see where you want to go. You see what you want. You see people who are not for you. You see people who talk about you, who, whatever the case may be, right? But you keep going. Like this cat right here. You just keep going. You honor your feelings and you keep going for the rest of September. I want you to remember that. Guidance. A lot of you guys are getting the guidance that you need, but maybe you're not understanding it correctly, or you feel afraid to follow it. Like there's something where I feel like you're being called to do something that other people in your family or nobody in your family or in your circle has ever done before, and you're doing it. Do it. Keep doing it. Keep walking forward with it. But in this case, you put the blindfolds on so you can get where you need to go without getting distracted. Okay? Flowering. There's this energy where I feel like a lot of you guys have kids, you have children, or animals, or something you're taking care of, a business, or something like that. And it's going to be coming in abundance. There's abundance coming in it for the rest of September. But you have to make sure that you do not give in to your rivals and your people who are trying to bring you down. Do not give in to those things, those words, those energies. Okay? Then we have here Pisces. Imagination. Your imagination makes other people uncomfortable because the things that you can think up of, nobody can. And the things that you can move forward with that imagination, nobody in your circle or in your family has ever been able to do it, or will ever be able to do it, because there's a reason these thoughts were put in your head. There's a reason these ideas were put in your head. So move forward with it. Empathetic. No matter how driven you are for the rest of September, you still show compassion and you still feel for the people that are around you. Whether these people are genuine or not, you still feel for them. Okay? And you're very adaptable to your situations and your circumstances. I never want to say any bad news in my readings, but I also have to read the cards honestly. So it does feel like there was somebody in your life that really hurt you, let you down, they upset you, they broke your trust, something like that. And now I feel like a lot of you guys are trying to rehabilitate that relationship, to reconcile that relationship. And for a lot of you, it will reconcile. But for some of you, it won't. We can get into a deeper reading if you guys purchase a reading from me, because this is a general collective reading. So I'm picking up on everybody's energy. But I do want to say it's time for you to pay attention to your dreams, your emotions, and your feelings. If somebody gives you a feeling where you feel off, you have to pay attention to it. For the rest of September, pay attention to it. What happens after you engage with this person? What happens after you listen to this person, or this person listens to you? What happens? Just pay attention to all of that. And the cyclone right here, it's a lot about fertility, growing something new, bringing something new into the world. It's a beautiful flower. It looks like a clitoris. So it's just all about feminine energy, nurturing, and being kind. So the rest of September, make sure you do that. And even if you need to get a harsh point across, do it kindly. Okay? We have here the Emperor. The Emperor is a very, very strong image. And the Emperor commands respect, leadership. You know what? I want you guys to go watch pile number 1. There's a lot of messages in pile number 1 for you. But the Emperor also is very strategic. Yes, please go watch pile number 1. There's messages in there for you for sure. And planning your next moves, planning your way through. And the Emperor is also a father figure. So it could be a fatherly ancestor, a fatherly deity that you work with. Like for me, I work with Vishnu and Shiva, and these are like my fathers. And then my own spirits, of course, those are my fathers. But I don't talk about my own spirits here on YouTube. They are a little bit darker, or according to what other people might say, they are a little bit darker. So I only share those on Patreon. If you guys are interested, head over to Patreon. I talk more about them over there. But I do feel like there's this energy where you're tapping into a very fatherly figure, a very protective figure. Like whether you have a father or you don't have a father, or that masculine figure in your life that's very protective and genuine and cares about you. It could even be a deity or an ancestor. And I feel like a lot of you guys are tapping into it and believe in that, and they are going to help you for the rest of September. Okay? We also have here 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is, what I see from you guys is you're very patient. And for a lot of you guys, I see a new job, a new career, new financial income coming in. Okay? And another thing is, some of you might be going into retirement, and some of you might be coming into some sort of inheritance. It's just an abundance of money coming in from somewhere, whether it's work, home, inheritance, retirement. How, I don't know unless we get into like a personal reading, but for a lot of you, I'm picking up it's an abundance and you were guided to it. Okay, which means what I feel like is with this leaf that you picked right here, it's like a pregnancy, like something was being nurtured and cultivated and grown, maybe in the spiritual realm, and you didn't see it. And this is an example I give all the time in my readings, is sometimes when you grow a plant or a seed, you don't see what goes on underneath the dirt. The seeds have to crack open so that they can produce, their leaves and stems and fruit and vegetable, whatever it's about to bear, but it has to crack open. And I feel like that's such a good lesson for us. We have to crack open in order for us to bloom like the seed. Any seed, tomato seeds, hibiscus seeds, cyclone seeds, any seed. And so I feel like, you're being guided right now. And through the rest of September, through all the competition, listen, if you grow a rose bush, there's going to be that one rose that takes the cake. That's going to be like, and it's different for everybody. One person might see one rose on the same bush of 50 roses and be like, this is the most beautiful one. But you might look at another rose from the same exact bush and be like, no, this is the more beautiful one. Everybody's vision is different. Everybody's perspective is different. What you're being guided to is your perspective. And like, you don't need to be in competition with every single rose out there, because you're different. And the Emperor here comes to say, demand the respect for what you are, for what you've cultivated and grown through. Demand your leadership. Get into the position of leadership. Somewhere in your life, you need to take leadership and a father figure. So bring out a little bit more of your masculine energy, which means kind of be a little bit more ambitious and driven, a little bit more protective. Is there something in your life that maybe you've kind of not been able to protect as much as you would have wanted to? Like, the first thought that comes into my mind is like an alarm system in your house. All right. Right now, there is some crazy people out there, and you don't know who's going to do what when. And so it's nice to have a security system, alarm system, camera system installed in your house, outside of your house, all that stuff. So that's the first thought that came into my head. But let's get into, I think I have 2 more cards left for your reading. Empower yourself. Tune in to your personal power. What gives you power? For me, like, I don't know, the first kind of things that pop up in my head is like pepper spray and weapons in your house. Of course, legally and permitted and stuff like that, but those are the first thoughts that come into my head. Allow yourself to be the strong, beautiful person that you're capable of being. But I feel like some of you want to feel like you are protected. Okay? The last card that comes up for you for the rest of September, let me zoom you in a little bit more, is gliding through currents. With different approach, you will glide through a situation with grace and ease, going inward and bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior into flow will help you and your dreams take flight. So there is, for the next rest of September, relax. Girlfriend or boyfriend, relax. Or gender neutral, relax. just glide, just go through, just observe, just look at what's happening around you and how you can manipulate these energies into your favor. You picked this leaf for a reason. Women are able to birth human beings out of their bodies. That's a miracle. And so I just wanted to point that out. There's a lot of power that you hold. You just have to look at how he's pointing the power out there. That's a point. This is like the vagina and the penis, what it looks like, right, to me. And what I see here is you need to balance your feminine and masculine energies together. Know when to be nurturing and know when to be protective for the rest of September. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to book a personal reading so that we can get deeper into this, then I have my link down below, my email address. You can email me or you can purchase a reading from my shop. My Etsy shop link down below too. I hope you guys have an amazing week and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye. Hello to all of my pile number 3 group. So you guys chose the sage leaf. So there's something about like a cleansing, and I already look at my goosebumps. I don't know if you guys can see. I got goosebumps. In your reading for today, I take a risk. So the rest of September, if you guys have been thinking about taking some sort of a risk or investing in something or putting your energy into something different, this is the time to do it. Listen to your inner voice. Look at this. Listen to your inner voice. It's something that comes from past life. Okay? Something is telling you to engage with something and experience something that you have already experienced before, and in this lifetime something is pulling you towards that thing. Oh, chills. Look at the chills. Ooh. The Fool. Something that is new. You guys are embarking on something new, whether it's a new business, new relationship, new house, new car, new something, new something. And I have chills all over my body as I say this to you. It's gonna pay off. You know why? You've been an outsider. You have been an outsider for a lot of your life. Now, if you look at this card, there's a very specific symbolism in this card. So this little boy is looking in the gate at something that he wants. He wants to be a part of whatever it is across that gate. And this lock right here, it's unlocked. All he needs to do is open the gate and go through. But because he feels like he doesn't belong, or because he feels like he's not good enough to walk through the gate, he won't walk through it. But your ancestors, the voice inside of yourself, is asking you to take a risk and walk through that gate. What is that for you? What is that? What are you walking into? Or what are you stopping yourself from walking into? Oh, pile number 3. There's a new beginning here, new journey. The Fool is something new, something exciting. You're going towards it. Maybe you don't have all your cards in order, but it doesn't matter because you want to go towards it. And the reason you want to go towards it is because you want to feel this sense of belonging, this sense of community, this sense of accomplishment and achievement. We have the King of Wands, the Four of Wands. Ooh, the Four of Wands. You are very bored. You're bored. You may have everything you need and want. You may have everything that you feel like you're blessed having, but you're bored. You want more. You want more. Your inner voice is telling you you want more. The Lovers. Now, before we get into the Lovers, let's get into the King of Wands here. I feel like you're a very bold person. You can take leadership in any situation that you need to. You exert a lot of power. And also, not just power, but you do it in such a charming way. Okay? And a lot of you have a lot of courage. You have willpower. You have a lot of strength. But you're bored. And the Lovers comes to ask you to look in the mirror and like, what is it that you truly, truly want? What is it that your inner voice is telling you? What is it that your ancestors are telling you? What is that new journey that you want to embark on, where you want to walk away from feeling entrapped? Now, the Lovers card also comes with messages of partnership, union, a very, very deep love, a choice that you're going to have to make, and the strength of two different beings working together, whether this is business or a partnership like lovers, like actual love relationship. It's a general reading, so I cannot pick up on specific energy. If you guys want a reading from me for the specific energies, contact me down below in the description box. I have my email where you can book a reading with me, or you can book a reading with me on my shop on Etsy. But I feel like a lot of you, you've created this life for yourself, but you feel trapped in that life. And you just want something a little bit more stimulating, a little bit more challenging, a little bit more exciting. And the rest of September, it's going to be your journey on how to find that. Every single person on this planet, their excitement is different. For somebody, trees, just being around trees could be exciting. For somebody, it's like you gotta skydive for the excitement. And to each their own, but what is it for you? Nobody's right, nobody's wrong. It's just everybody's emotions and frequency and vibration is different. So what is it for you? Like for me, I don't think I would ever go skydiving, but I would love to go. I've been snorkeling before. I don't know, like, the sky for me is terrifying, but going into the ocean is mesmerizing. So what is it for you? Like, you have to know yourself, right? Listen to your inner voice. Listen to your ancestors. Take a little risk. And you know what? The smallest risk that I always tell my clients is try a new food. Try something that you probably wouldn't try before. Small steps, right? We have here the Emperor. Ooh, this card came up in a previous reading. Let me see. Okay. The Emperor demands respect. You have leadership tendencies. You are capable of being a leader. And how you get through the rest of September is I want you guys to take leadership, command respect, demand respect, be very strategic. Being strategic also means knowing when to charm your way out of a situation, manipulate your way out of a situation. Sometimes all it takes is a sweet, kind compliment, and you can get your way. Like, I'm not lying. And plan your way through. And also a fatherly figure. Okay, so listen to somebody, whether it's an ancestor or a past, like a loved one that passed away that was fatherly, or a fatherly deity that you work with or pray to. They're going to help you. All right? They're going to help you listen to your inner voice, go embark on this new journey, and stop isolating yourself. Okay? We also have here the Three of Pentacles. Now, the Three of Pentacles is talking... Ooh, yeah, I just burped. I'm so sorry. But nothing in my readings are coincidence. Everything is synchronistic. So the Three of Pentacles is talking about teamwork, collaborating, craftsman, your craft, and working together. So what I feel, look at this card right here. You're kind of bored because you isolate yourself. You don't like trusting people. You don't want anybody helping you with your stuff. You don't like it. And a lot of this energy where you are an outsider, I feel like you do it to yourself. Here's why. I don't want to say it in a mean way or negative way at all, because I do it too. It's kind of like, I'm just going to stand here and watch you guys because I don't trust you enough to invite you into my space. But it's okay to invite them into your space. It's a new journey for you. Listen to your inner voice. I feel like you do want connection, but you won't allow yourself to have it. We also have here the waning crescent moon. I pause in stillness, and reflect. I feel like a lot of you need to have a little bit of stillness or me time, just a little bit of alone time where you can get a hold of your thoughts and gather your values and your beliefs and then go forward from there. Like if somebody, say all your life you didn't eat fish, and then all of a sudden you're amongst a community of people who eat fish. And then they're like, oh, you should eat it. Look at, try this one. And this, there's so many benefits, this and this and this. But then you hold your value strong. And I'm just saying that, I'm just giving an example of fish. It could be beef, pork, or it could be anything. Like it could be an emotion where somebody just like, you should do it. You should try it. But you know in your heart, in the stillness of your soul, it's not for you. Reflect on that. Make that belief stronger. The last card that comes up for you guys is looking at the underbelly. Be sure that you're using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider taking time to organize yourself, or perhaps a project you're working on could use some fine-tuning. So of course there is something that needs some fine-tuning here for the rest of September. You guys need to either get some paperwork organized, something fine-tuning, something looking at the details of something, a relationship, paperwork, house stuff, whatever this may be. Again, like if you guys want a personal reading, this is a collective general reading, so I can just only pick up on the majority of you. But if you guys if you guys get a personal reading from me, I can pick up on your personal energy. But here what I'm seeing is you're being asked to kind of take a chance, take a risk on something for the rest of September. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you very, very soon.